NFL 24 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. And it comes your way next.
Well, the Midwestern snows have come to Southern Ohio, and we are in for a chilly afternoon of football at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the catch made. The ball comes out. And the Texans scoop it.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. So out come the Texans in great starting field position. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Here's King. Oh, look at the juke. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. On the bootleg, Stroud. Touchdown! Robert Woods. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Cincinnati set to take over once again. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers out in the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Again, it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole. It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So Charles there on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful with this one.
Stroud. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Robert Woods. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, just 0 hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on him, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. Gets past 1 man, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Another carry for Pierce. And this will be a Texans first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
23 yards on the play.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Stroud to throw it. He's into space past the 25. Dances by him. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Stroud. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Texans add 6 to their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Play action. It's Burrow. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
Now they go play action now. Burrow sliding out of the pocket. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played. definitely 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Burrow will throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jonathan Bernard. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th. On now to punt, Brad Robbins. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. First down, they go right back to Pierce. A nice little juke. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Stroud's throw pulled in by Woods. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Houston. Robert Woods on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Burrow looking to pass. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals. First and 10.
Here's Higgins out of the right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This goes out wide for Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They got another first. Burrow going to get this out to Chase. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 6.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Now Burrow. Yeah, he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Here's Tank Dell to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down. Play action. Stroud now. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Noah Brown, 73 yards. And the Texans are pouring it on. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the route is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
On second down, here's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now it's Burrow. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On the return, it's King. Good blocking there and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And the Texans will take over.
Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, Burrow. It's caught on the right side at Smith. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Now here's Stroud.
This is caught. It's Woods.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. He had a half for the ages, touchdown pass after touchdown pass. He threw a month's worth of touchdowns in just those first 2 quarters of play. You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these 2 coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Robert Woods and the Texans back out there. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Stroud.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Going for it with Pierce.
Oh, what a move. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
99 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
Tackled there by Jordan Battle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. That's caught again by Schultz.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Pierce. He is going nowhere in a hurry, as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Now Stroud.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. 1st down. Here's Burrow. Short throw to Smith. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5.
At the 10-yard line.
Here's Burrow.
And connects quickly to Jamar Chase.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28.
Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Mechie, the man in motion. They'll run for it with Pierce.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And Stroud now to throw.
Being chased out. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
C.J. Stroud.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Bengals 13. Taimi Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
At the 47-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Higgins. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, now Burrow.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Burrow will throw.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
That's good for the Cincinnati Bengals.
To the air again, Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Bengals are able to at least get one score back.
Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce.
He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
102 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
The second down throw now from Stroud.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Robert Woods, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Texans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early, so now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
Last drive, the touchdown, 4 catches. Really good. He was. They were not good on the other side trying to stop him. What do they need to do?
Well, this is where the entire staff has to get involved, because we always focus on the defensive coordinator. But he needs help from other people with their eyes and their expertise, and he needs to listen to them. And sometimes you just can't afford to wait on a drive and say, okay, let's get to the sidelines and start over. You need to find a way in the middle of that drive to start taking away what's hurting you.
Yeah, in-series adjustments, and how do you do that?
Well, what you do is you listen to what everyone else is telling you, what they're seeing, the patterns that are developing, and maybe you just start running extra bodies to take away that particular player.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Again, it's Burrow.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Second and a couple.
At the 34-yard line.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 16. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using
touchdown Bengals.
Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. In motion left goes a tight end. Pierce now up the middle. Good footwork at the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
25 yards that time. They'll run here with Pierce. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Bengals 26. Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour.
Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Burrow on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He was defended by Jalen Keyfree.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He completes it to Evans. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
His throw caught at about the 5. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as
touchdown. Joe Burrow spotting T. Higgins for the touchdown there. And the Bengals are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The kickoff for Cincinnati.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. And he is just one reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally. If not fool him, fool the quarterback so maybe he doesn't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
Stroud sets up the play action. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have to.
Robert Woods. There he goes again. Touchdown, Texans. Robert Woods, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans extend their lead yet again. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. For the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now it's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Robert Woods and the Texans back out there. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted, because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Stroud looking to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
And the Texans are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying.
There he goes, left side. Off to the races. Inside the 20.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Burrow. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant show.